Today, we are going to discuss osmosis. This is another colligative property. You know what are colligative properties? Colligative properties are the properties which depends on the number of molecules, number of particles, and not on the nature. We have stimulating lowering of vapor pressure, elevation is boiling point, depression is freezing point, and the last one is osmosis. You know that raw mangoes, when pickled in brine, they shrivel. Wilted flowers, when kept in fresh water, become revived. Blood cells, when suspended in saline water, gets collapsed. These substances are actually bound by semi-permeable membrane. The flow of solvent from lower concentration to higher concentration is called osmosis. So when wilted flowers are kept in pure water, water will be entering through the semi-permeable membrane to this flower and the flower gets revived. Similarly, raw mangoes when kept in brine, they become shriveled. The flow of solvent from lower concentration to higher concentration is called osmosis. That is through a semi-permeable membrane. The best example for a semi-permeable membrane is pig's bladder. That is a semi-permeable. So, osmosis. You can take two solutions, one is of higher concentration and one is of lower concentration, or one is a solution and one is a pure solvent and they are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. The two solutions I am taking, and these two solutions are separated by the semi-permeable membrane. This is the semi-permeable membrane SPM. Previously, this is the solution level. This is solution. This is solution. And the other one, in the other beaker, in this vessel, we are taking pure solvent. So here, solution and solvent are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. Naturally, through osmosis, the solvent molecules will be entering through the semi-permeable membrane to the solution. So the level of the solution will be increasing. In this vessel, the level of the solution will be increasing. That is osmosis. The flow of solvent from lower concentration to a higher concentration is called osmosis. After some time, this level will be increasing. Suppose you are applying a pressure on the solution side just to stop the flow of the solvent. That pressure applied is called osmotic pressure. We represent it by the letter phi. Phi is the osmotic pressure, that is the pressure that is applied on the solution side just to stop the flow of solvent. So what is osmotic pressure? The pressure that is applied on the solution side just to stop the flow of the solvent. This osmotic pressure can be calculated in the same way as that of the gaseous pressure last time we learned in gaseous state. That is PV is equal to nRT by ideal gas equation. A similar equation is used here also to find out, to determine the osmotic pressure. That is, last time we used PV is equal to nRT. Here, instead of that, we will be using here phi is equal to NVRT. Phi is equal to NVRT. Whereas NV is the number of moles of the solute, phi is the osmotic pressure, V is the volume of the solution in liters. So I NBRT, where N is the number of moles of the solute. Phi is equal to WP upon MB into RT. The W is the weight of the solute and MP is the molar mass of the solute. Okay, I'm taking the V that side, that is WP, or you can write it as NP. Again, V, that is number of moles of solute in 1 liter of solution. We are putting the denominator, that means you are calculating for 1 liter of solution. So this is RT. R you can use in bar if it is given in terms of bar. If this osmotic pressure is given in terms of bar, you will be using this in bar. If it is given in atmosphere, R value you have to take in atmosphere. T is the temperature. Temperature in Kelvin scale, this is measured at room temperature. Osmotic pressure, that is measured at room temperature. Okay, so I can write it as phi is equal to CRT or MRT, where C is the molarity of the solution. C is the molarity of the solution. So phi is equal to CRT. You can calculate the osmotic pressure. Generally, we use this equation to find out the position of molar mass of the solute empty of the solute. So what is osmosis? The flow of solvent from lower concentration to higher concentration is called osmosis. Osmotic pressure, what is osmotic pressure? Osmotic pressure is the pressure applied, the pressure that is applied on the solution side just to stop the flow of the solvent. That is osmotic pressure. Now, what are the advantages of this osmotic pressure measurement? First of all, it is measured at room temperature. Osmotic pressure is measured at room temperature. Polarity, you are using polarity. This MB upon V, polarity is an easy preparation. You can easily mix and take it. It's only measurement, only weight measurement. No, weight measurement. Only measurement is very easy compared to a weight measurement. Weight measurement, for the weight measurement, you have to use the chemical balance. Nowadays, it is again easy because we are using electronic balances. So previously, it was difficult. So they said polarity is an easy preparation. Number 3, as compared to the other colligative properties, this osmotic pressure measurement is very easy and its magnitude is large compared to the other colligative properties like elevation boiling point or elevation freezing point, etc. The magnitude is large. Next is biomolecules are not stable at higher temperature. So by elevation boiling point, you cannot find out the molar mass of these biomolecules because they will get cooked up. Biomolecules are not stable at higher temperature. Polymers have worse solubility. You have to make a solution. Polymers have worse solubility. And this osmotic pressure measurement is used to determine the molar mass of macromolecules and proteins. So these are the advantages of osmotic pressure on the other colligative properties. What are the advantages? Pressure measurement is at temperature. Pressure measurement is at not at very high temperature like boiling point temperature or very low temperature, which is not easy to be maintained, that is 0 degrees Celsius if water is taken. So in that case, for freezing point, you have to go down. If it is naphthalene and all okay, 80 degrees Celsius melting point. But if solvent is water, then you have to go down to 0 degrees Celsius. It is not easy at normal room temperatures. Okay, normal atmospheric conditions. So, this is pressure measurement is at osmotic pressure measurement is at room temperature. Polarity is an easy preparation. As compared to the other colligative properties, its magnitude is larger. Biomolecules are not stable at higher temperature. Polymers have poor solubility. And this osmotic pressure measurement is used to determine the molar mass of proteins and macromolecules. Macromolecules means big molecules. So these are the advantages of osmotic pressure. Okay. Let's say what are isotonic solutions now. Two solutions having same osmotic pressure are called isotonic solutions. In such cases, suppose these two solutions are, suppose they are separated by a semi-permeable membrane, no osmosis will take place. So isotonic solution. Isotonic. Two solutions having same osmotic pressure are called isotonic solutions. Such solutions when separated by a semi-permeable membrane. The fluid in our blood cells are missing. The fluid in our blood cells, it is having the same osmotic pressure as that of 0.9% NaCl solution. NaCl solution. That is W by V. In the case of osmosis, percentage means we have to consider 100 ml solution. Normally we take it as 100 gram solution. But in the case of osmosis, the percentage is mentioned for 100 ml solution. 100 ml solution. Okay, the fluid in our blood cells are, that is equivalent to 0.9% osmotic pressure solution, that is 0.9% NaCl solution, W/V. Reach upon volume. Such a solution can be injected intravenously, no problem. But if blood cells are having lower concentrations than this 0.9% NaCl solution, then what will happen? Solvent from blood cells will be moving into the solution. So this blood cells will get collapsed. They shrink and get collapsed. Blood cells shrink and collapsed. Or fluid in the blood cells is equivalent to, that is having an osmotic pressure equivalent to that of 0.9% NaCl solution. That solution can be injected to the bloodstream intravenously, no problem, no swelling, no collapse. But if the blood cells are having lower concentration, means lower osmotic pressure, from lower concentration to higher concentration, the solvent will flow. So from blood cells, solvent will be flowing to this 0.9% NaCl solution. So what will happen? The blood cells shrink and get collapsed. We consider the other situation. That is, blood cells are having higher concentration of now what happens? Solvent from this will be moving to this blood cell. Solvent from 0.9% NaCl solution will be moving to this blood cells. So blood cells will be swelling. It swells. Blood cell swells and bursts. So blood cell swells and bursts. So both the conditions are dangerous. So before injecting anything to our bloodstream, its osmotic pressure is to be checked. Otherwise, you must have noticed while putting the drips, this portion is swollen. This portion where the needle is there it is swollen sometimes. Should not be. Okay. So The things which are getting injected into a bloodstream should have the same osmotic pressure as that of our isomeric solutions are the solutions having the same concentration, or we can say the same concentration, the same osmotic pressure. Same osmotic pressure means same concentration. A solution of lower concentration is called hypotonic solution, and a solution of higher concentration is called hypertonic solution. So here, this is this 0.9% NaCl solution made by volume, that is a hypertonic solution because it is having higher concentration, a higher osmotic pressure. So that time blood cells hypotonic, lower osmotic. So a solution having higher concentration, now here this is hypo, blood cells are having hypo, these are the hypertonic solution. So that is related, hypertonic solution and solution of lower concentration is called hypotonic solution. So that's about two types of solutions having different osmotic pressure. People who consume a lot of salt, they experience water retentions in their tissues. People consume a lot of salt, NaCl, lot of salts in their food, they experience water retentions in their tissues. So what happens? Puffiness, they feel puffiness in the tissue. This disease is called edema. Another application of this osmotic pressure is that to preserve meat. To preserve meat, salt is spread or salt is smeared on the meat and it is dried. When salt is smeared on the meat, what happens? Water from a bacterium will be entering into this meat. Water from the bacterium. So water from the bacterium, this bacterium loses water and the bacterium collapses and dies. Water from the bacterium is coming, Himanshu. So when salt is applied on the meat, what happens? Water from the bacterium that is coming into that salt. So a bacterium loses its water, collapses and dies. So the bacterium will not be available for the spoilage of meat. And it is dried, so that water content is also dried and the meat is. So to preserve the meat, we apply salt on the meat and dry in the sun. So what happens actually? Bacterium loses water, collapses and dies. That is the application of osmosis. And another application of this osmotic pressure is for the large scale desalination of seawater to get potable water. In Gulf countries, potable water is very costly. What they do? Reverse osmosis. So if you apply a pressure greater than osmotic pressure, is separated by the semi-permeable membrane, and here is the solid. Let it be pure water, fresh water. Let it be fresh water. Fresh water. So if you apply a pressure greater than osmotic pressure, what is osmotic pressure? Osmotic pressure is the pressure that is applied on the solution side. This to stop the flow of the solid. But if you apply a pressure greater than osmotic pressure, and you are applying a higher pressure, you are applying an extra pressure than the osmotic pressure. So what will happen? Solvent from solution will go to the fresh water. Solvent from solution will move to the fresh water, your solvent. So the level here will be increasing. That level will be increasing. That means we are getting more and more water, fresh water, potable water, drinking water. So this is applied for a large scale desalination of seawater to get potable water. So then, to get that water, the arrangement is like this, a semi-permeable membrane is kept over here, and from here, here it is fresh water. This is the format of the desalination, the setup for the desalination of seawater. So fresh water will be falling from this. So here you are applying a pressure higher than the osmotic. This solution. Just see. So seawater, here fresh water is kept. A pressure higher than the osmotic pressure is applied on that end. Water from seawater, a pure solvent from seawater will be entering into fresh water, and that you can get from here. So this is the experimental setting for large scale desalination of seawater to get water. Okay, let's go to the numericals of pressure. This one, what is osmosis? This one, what is osmosis? Anjal, Anshuman, define osmotic pressure. Anshuman is not here. Partial.
The pressure that is applied on the solution side to stop the flow of solvent is known as osmotic pressure.
Okay. Priya, what is osmosis?
Particles from a region of low concentration to a region of higher concentration.
What are the advantages of osmotic pressure? What are the advantages of osmotic pressure? Shreyans. What are the advantages of osmotic pressure? Any few advantages? Nachiketa? Anyone? Nachiketa? Pressure measurement is at room temperature. Rohit, tell me some other application. Yeah,
Molarity is an easy preparation
polarity is an easy application.
as compared to other colligative property. Its magnitude is higher.
Magnitude is higher.
Biomolecules are not stable at high temperature,
Okay.
and polymers have poor stability.
Poor solubility. Poor solubility. Okay, good.
Uh,
Right, the question. 200 centimeter cube of an aqueous solution. 200 centimeter cube of an aqueous solution of protein contains 1.26 gram of protein. 1.26 gram of protein. Full stop. The osmotic pressure of such a solution. The osmotic pressure of such a solution at 300 Kelvin. At 300 Kelvin is found to be 2.57 into 10 to the power minus 3 bar. Calculate the molar mass of the protein. Calculate the molar mass of the protein. So we'll be using phi is equal to MdR. That is 2.57 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is equal to, or V is 200 upon 1000. Is equal to 1.26. 1.26 upon MV. Now it is to be R should be in bar. That is 0.083 bar into 300. You can calculate this MV. Our value is within bar. Calculation MV you should get as 61022 grams per. Okay, calculate and verify the answer. So thank you all of you.
Thank you.